Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to KVSC's Granite City Radio Theatre Season 8 season finale. Yes, we made it. In partnership with the Pioneer Place on 5th Theatre, the Granite City Radio Theatre is brought to you with the support from Minnesota Arts and Cultural Heritage Fund, as passed by Minnesota voters in 2008. Thank you, and thank you to KVSC listener members and organizations who support your sound alternative all year round. And now for your host, Jay Terry.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. It is good to be here. Collective Unconscious, how about that opening band? Thank you, Sidley, for that lovely introduction. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I am so glad to finally be back on stage, bringing you our very first summertime episode of the Granite City Radio Theatre. I know an awful lot of things have changed in the past few months, but radio is still here to stay. And I want to thank all of the people at KVSC who have worked very hard to get this show back on the air for you. That's right, you, the greatest audience I have ever known. We've gotten so much great support from you over the years, and I'm so glad you've continued to support this show and all of the programming at KVSC. And I want to remind you that the station needs your support more now than ever. KVSC is one of very few independent college radio stations out there, and I, for one, think it is one of the very finest. And if you agree, we've got some KV fans in the house, I think. If you agree, now is the time to show your support by donating what you can. Just head over to kvsc.org and click the donate button. I assure you, every little bit helps. Now, many of you have enjoyed over the years the radio broadcast from your home, and I hope that it will be business as usual for you. But for those of you who want a taste of what it's like to be in our live audience, we have some options for you. So what I want you to do is go over to kvsc.org or the KVSC Facebook page, and there you will find a Twitch link. You can be watching the live stream on Twitch, and I believe there's also an option for a Zoom meeting, which I would really appreciate, because then I can see your faces, and then I can be delivering jokes to you. So that would be just great. Here we have so much technology to help us do this show. So thank you to everybody who has made that happen. I know it has been a ton of work. Now, many of you out there have been greatly affected by the current situation, and I hope you're all safe at home. And to those of you who have continued to work to keep our city running, I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart. The grocery store clerks, the healthcare workers, and the teachers who did their best to manage a virtual classroom, thank you all. Yes. I still believe, though, there is humor to be found in all of this. However, like the other day, I went to the store. Now, I had been told specifically all I needed to shop was a mask and gloves. But then I get there and see that everyone else had all the rest of their clothes on too. I mean, I felt a bit underdressed, but they sure seemed to think it was funny. But at least behind a mask, no one could tell who I was. Now, I know it's difficult for you to clear your mind these days, but what I hope you will do is relax, enjoy a little bit of radio theater. Comedy and art is more important now than it has ever been, and it's what we need to make us feel like people. So please, allow yourself to sit back, enjoy the moment, and have a laugh. And with that, I would like to present the next installment of the summertime edition of an ongoing series, Wild Scholastica, a nature program focused on the lives of the American adolescent, with narration by Sir David Attenborough. It is summertime in the Northern Hemisphere, August. The growing season is nearing its end, and a myriad of town festivals have come and gone, and many families have already done their school shopping. But on this warm, sunny afternoon, one activity has drawn the attention of young and old alike. They've gathered at the local sports field for a rousing game of children's baseball. Known as America's pastime, it is one of the very few sports that is in fact not ruled by the confines of time, rather a complicated yet elegant set of rules known to all. 9 innings, 3 strikes, 4 balls, etc. Baseball and its cousin softball comes in many forms, and just as life evolves through the generations, so too does the game. It begins in its infancy as Bam Bam Ball. The bat, an oversized hollow plastic club, is used to hit an oversized plastic ball off of a tee. This proves to be a great challenge to many and often produces hilarious results. Little Timmy is up to the bat. Though not certain his purpose, he does know he wants to hit the ball, and, prompted by his mother, who is in attendance, he ceremoniously swings the bat, and though he misses the ball, his momentum carries him in a full 360-degree rotation, after which his Bam Bam bat ever so slightly nudges the ball off the tee. This is surely the most exciting moment of the entire game thus far. Again, prompted by his mother, he runs, but not to first base. Confused and excited, he runs a few feet towards third base, but not having full control of his limbs, he trips over the Bam Bam bat still in his hands. He quickly face plants, and a hush falls over the crowd. A nearby coach, seeing the situation unfold, quickly scoops up the fallen child and delivers him to first base. Though dusty and unsure if he should cry, he finds himself unscathed. As he is deposited on the base, standing under his own power, the crowd cheers his name. It will be a few years yet until he fully comprehends what has taken place, but for him and his mother, this is a victory. On an adjacent field, a group of third-grade females are playing softball. They have grown to the age they no longer need a tee, but none of them have the dexterity nor the proficiency that it takes to properly pitch the ball yet. This job falls upon a coach who takes to the mound. It is the coach's job to gently lob the ball underhand so that it is easily hit by the batter. One young athlete has taken the plate, and it is her turn to hit. Wielding a metal bat and wearing the proper uniform of a softball player, it is clear she's been around the bases more than once. She digs her cleats into the dust and takes the batting stance. The crowd looks on as the ball is released, and as it hangs in the air, time seems to slow down. Our young athlete's eyes fixed on the ball, every muscle in her body working together in symphony to swing the bat and meet the ball dead on. The distinct ping of metal striking leather is heard as she produces a perfect line drive. It is a hit, a palpable hit, but unfortunately for the coach, there can be no other outcome. Directly in the path of the ball, he attempts to protect himself from the projectile sailing in his direction, but alas, it is too late. Struck directly in the testicles, he doubles over and assumes the fetal position. There is nothing anyone can do for him but look on as he crawls off the field. In time, he will enjoy a brief moment of celebrity as the video goes viral on the internet, but for now, he is in an agony shared by all who witnessed it. Our young athlete, meanwhile, has taken first base, as is her right, and though she does feel a bit of remorse, she, like much of the crowd, secretly finds the entire affair utterly hilarious. As the sun sinks lower on the horizon, older athletes play baseball and softball games that take place with little consequence. Fueled by Gatorade, Big League Chew, and sunflower seeds, teams face off against one another according to the full set of rules. Balls are pitched, some are hit, and some of those are caught. As any younger sibling of a ball player will tell you, it is without a doubt the most boring thing a person can do with their evening. Eventually, the games end, and as a chorus of sportsmanship is heard as they pass each other on the field, pressing their knuckles together as a sign of mutual respect. G-game, G-game, G-game. Win or lose, a reward for simply enduring the game finally comes as both teams gather at the Division Street Dairy Queen for blizzards and other soft-serve treats as the sun finally sets. Back at the field... Back at the field, the evolution of the game continues as it reaches its final form. Like many cycles in nature, it ends much like it began. Adults who spent their youth rounding the bases now gather to play bar league softball. They have traded in the Gatorade for light domestic beer, and much like their Bam Bam counterparts, they have little control of their bodies due to a combination of inebriation, joint pain, and the growing waistline of their dad bod. No one will remember the outcome of these games, and it is unlikely anyone will even keep accurate score. But after the game, they will gather at the bar for wings, more beer, and copious amounts of ibuprofen. As the night comes to an end, so completes the cycle of life. Like a runner rounding third base, it is at last time to go home. Thank you. We have got a great show for you, ladies and gentlemen. Michael Shynes is here, but first, it is my great pleasure to bring to you another exciting radio drama with Jack Shade and the Shades Brigade.
It's time for another episode of Shades Brigade, The St. Cloud Adventures. Episode 8, Hijack. Feel free to close your eyes.
In March of 1939, I was recruited by a clandestine organization to assemble a team to travel the globe and deal with the world's most notorious criminals, corrupt government authorities, and things we couldn't quite explain. They called us Shades Brigade. We were a group of mercenaries. Our job was to get ourselves in trouble and figure our way out. That's what we got paid to do. But over the years, all of that began to wear on me. So I semi-retired. I opened up a little detective agency in a beautiful, out-of-the-way corner of the globe. The idea was to avoid trouble, avoid conflict, avoid everything. That was my new job. But turmoil seems to just follow me no matter where I hide, even here in St. Cloud, Minnesota. My former colleagues in the brigade come and go, and sometimes join me here in my quest for peace.
Cooper T. King, former alligator racer from Adairsville, Georgia. But now I do something more dangerous. Dating. Sybil hollering, the love of my life and the first and only female police officer in St. Cloud.
Ernie Polk. I was in Hollywood for a little bit in the Johnny Ace and the Flying Musketeers of the Island of Terror movies, but now I'm back with the brigade.
Quinn Shaw, former SAS of the United Kingdom Special Forces.
And Major Kate Stafford. Jack and I got hitched not too long ago after years of working covertly together in the brigade for the secret government agency, Floor 13. I still work for them, although it's now called the CIA. Covert missions, doing things I can't even tell Jack about. I had just come back from a mission in Indonesia. That's all I'm at liberty to say about that. I arrived back in St. Cloud the night Jack was injured. It was a terrible homecoming.
I'll take it from here, Major. Jack, myself, Cooper, and Ernie had gone down to the local carnival in town just for fun, but we ran into work instead. We ended up trying to track down some money stolen from one of the flat joint operators. We narrowed it down to 3 suspects: a lion tamer, a carnival clown, and the show's strongman act.
We all split up and interviewed each one of them. Jack found the money while talking with the lion tamer, Guy Plimpton. Plimpton had stolen the money and hidden it in a stuffed animal tiger Midway prize. He put it in with the other lion cubs in the cage.
Jack noticed the fake cub, grabbed a whip, managed to move the mother lioness, and grabbed the stuffed toy with the money inside. But Jack didn't make it out unscathed.
Yeah, he got torn up pretty badly by the mama lion.
And Plimpton took off while Jack was fighting her off. Somehow, Jack managed to get away and make it to us to tell us what happened before he collapsed in pain and loss of blood.
I had just flown in and went to Frenchie's to surprise everyone. Odette, the owner of Frenchie's, told me that they had all gone to the carnival in town. When I got there was a crowd gathered around a man on the ground. As I got closer, I could see it was Jack.
We got Jack to the St. Cloud VA hospital, and now we's all just standing around in the waiting room, waiting.
He's been in emergency surgery for over 4 hours now.
4 hours? Seems like longer than that.
He's going to make it, Major. He's going to be fine.
I know, Quinn. I know. Thanks.
Ernie, are you eating?
Yeah,
Where did you find food?
it's cotton candy.
Wait, from the carnival?
Yeah, I put it in my pocket when we left.
That was in your pocket?
Still good. Want some?
No!
Quinn?
No, thank you.
Major?
Sure. Yes. Thank you, Ernie.
Are you really going to eat that?
I'm starving. I haven't eaten anything since the plane ride.
But that's pocket cotton candy.
It's still good.
I know you're not at liberty to discuss your missions, Major, but what happened to you out there?
Oh, I'm fine, Quinn. Just hungry.
You know what? So am I. I talked on the phone with Sybil, and she said she was going to come down and meet us. I'd just give her a call and ask her if she'd rustle us up some grub, huh? Any requests?
Anything that's not from Ernie's pocket.
Oh, that's nice. Thank you, Cooper.
Hey, listen to me, Major. He's going to be okay? He's Jack Shade. Nothing can take down Jack Shade. You just hang in there, Major. I'll give Sybil a ring and be right back.
What's funny, Major?
Just thinking. All the things we've been through and trying to get a carnival toy is what might bring us down.
We're not going down. Jack's not going down. You'll see. So, Major, can you tell me anything about where you've been?
Indonesia.
Fascinating. Over 17,000 islands make up the whole of Indonesia.
Yep.
Yep. So, is this CIA group hiring?
Oh, well, you looking for work already?
No, just asking. Hey, here comes the doctor.
I'm Dr. John Pringle. I'm attending to Mr. Shade.
Major Kate Stafford. I'm his wife. This is Quinn Shaw.
Doctor?
And Ernie Polk.
Hi.
Are you all family?
You could say that.
Yes, we are all family. How is he, Doctor?
He's gonna make it.
Oh, thank you.
We told you. Nothing to worry about.
I must tell you, however, recovery is going to be long and difficult for him.
Oh, yes, of course.
We're still a long way off from knowing exactly how long and if the injuries will be permanent physically. But for now, we know he will live.
Can we see him, Doctor?
Not now. It'll be a few days before he comes out of it. He's resting. Maybe tomorrow. A few days, tops. You should all go home and get some rest.
Hey, Quinn, Major, look who I ran into.
Hello, buongiorno, hola, guten tag, aloha. Been a while, quite a swell. Time flies, forever and a day.
Sam Pandolfo.
One and the same, that's me. Check my wallet and my underwear, twice.
Who?
Sam Pandolfo. Our first case here when we got to St. Cloud. The Ghost in the Elks Club case. Sam is a prominent businessman here in town.
Well, I've heard a lot about you.
Have you now? People say a lot of things. Can't trust everything you hear, but don't let facts get in the way of a good story. But let's make a long story short. Yarns, tales, legends. I've heard a lot about you, too. Major Stafford, isn't it?
I thought for sure they were all exaggerating about you, but here you are.
Yeah, eventually you get used to listening to just every fifth word or so. Helps cut down on the noise.
What brings you here, Sam?
Heard about the captain, the chief, the big boss, the commander. Poor Jack. It's a real tragedy. A whammy of a calamity. Just checking in to see how you're all holding up.
Well, that's real neighborly of you, Sam.
All right, come clean. What is it you really want?
You doubt my sincerity, gentlemen? I strive for the perfect virtue, gravity, generosity of soul, earnestness, kindness, and sincerity.
Confucius.
You can say that again. Very Confucius.
How is the old soldier?
Well, the doctor says he'll live, but it's going to be a few days before he comes out of it. After that, we just have to wait and see how he is.
Well, he's gonna live. That's a relief.
Yes, One day at a time, I guess.
Yes. One day at a time, one moment to the next. Can't worry about the future, can't hang your hat on what you can't see. Say, Major, is it true?
Is what true?
You're a driver, motorist, master of the clutch, queen of the road, can fly and drive just about anything. That's a ticket, your deal, your story, the bottom line, your makeup, what makes you tick.
Yeah, I know how to drive. Why are you asking?
I was wondering if I might interest all of you in a little work, a job.
Finally, here it comes.
Well, what kind of job?
Here's the story, the skinny, the lowdown. I recently purchased a fleet of trucks and hired drivers, trying to get out ahead of this Federal Aid Highway Act, the new interstate highway system, a network of controlled access freeways that allows larger trucks to travel at higher speeds through rural and urban areas, bringing more goods and services to more people faster and for cheaper. Gonna change the whole world.
Before you change the world, what do you want from us?
I've been running supplies back and forth between St. Cloud and Holdingford as test runs for my new fleet, kicking the tires, looking for loopholes, working out the details, eliminating the monkey wrenches, setting up for smooth sailing.
This is excruciating.
Every fifth word. Trust me.
But my trucks and drivers keep disappearing.
Disappearing?
Highway bandits, and they're making off with everything we're hauling, losing a lot of money. Had 3 robberies in just 2 weeks.
Well, why not notify the police?
Well, you see, I'm not exactly licensed. Yet.
Ah.
But I will be very soon. I just can't have the local constables involved right now, savvy?
So what exactly do you want us to do?
Well, I've come to respect and admire the Jack Shade Detective Agency Incorporated. You do a good job. Real pros, fine detectives. Caught your act at the manger scene by the town hall last Christmas. Fine undercover work.
And we figured out your whole scam at the Elks Club.
Such an ugly word for it, but yes, that too.
A point, please?
Sorry. Major, I want you to take one of my trucks. Pose as the driver. The rest of you ride in the back. Then if you're lucky enough to get hijacked, you can take the criminals by surprise. Have them lead you to who's doing this and get my trucks and my merchandise back.
And the drivers?
Yes. Right. And the drivers. Of course. I'll pay whatever.
I don't know. Seems like poor timing with Jack laid up in there.
Well, we can't do anything for him. Can't even see him for a few days. Solving a case would take my mind off things.
Well, I'm in.
Ernie?
I am in.
Why not? Beats sitting at home worrying.
I'll call Sybil and tell her to cancel the dinner.
Oh.
Sorry, Ernie.
Excellent. I have a truck waiting for you, all loaded up outside.
Well, you have us pegged. I guess we go now, then.
Stay tuned for the exciting continuation of Jack Shade and the Shades Brigade. But now it is my pleasure to bring to the stage Michael Shynes with Collective Unconscious.
Thank you, guys. To the river we go. Leave our worries on the shore and drift away. On the river we know. Sometimes the perfect words are left unsaid. I spilled my coffee, I don't feel like talking. My worries just keep growing by the day. I need a moment where the green and blue appear, to spin a rock and watch the ricochet. And to the river we go. Leave our worries on the shore and drift away. On the river we know. Sometimes the perfect words are left unsaid. You can change your mind when you're intertwined with the water and the waves. Better than the pills the doctor gave. And with that old fishing pole, I still catch 'em by the bucket full. The kids are helping on the grill and sneak a tape. intertwine with the water and the waves. This place before you end your days, and if you see me out there, wave hello.
Michael Shynes, ladies and gentlemen, with Collective Unconscious. Now, thank you, Michael Shynes. At the Granite City Radio Theatre, we love to be able to take you, our audience, to places where only the magic of radio can travel, and tonight is no different. Recently, due to the cancellation of the downtown St. Cloud Art Crawl due to COVID, a new community-driven substitute for the downtown crawl has popped up. It's called the Drive-By Art Show, and it's in the artist's very own front yards. The first one was back on June 6th, and Jeff Carmack produced an untold story of central Minnesota about it. Our very own Jeff Carmack in the room here. And you can find that, yes, you can find that at kvsc.org under the podcasts tab. And there's another one coming up this on Saturday, July 11th. But we also just found out there's another one going on this very evening. So through the magic of radio, here we are on 8th Street Circle Court, southwest in St. Cloud. It's a beautiful, beautiful summer evening out with a slight breeze coming through the trees. And I believe I see some art going on in a few yards along this picturesque stretch of road. Now, as I'm walking up to the first yard here, I believe I've found the artist there dressed all in black, holding an umbrella while sitting in the shade of a tree. Excuse me, hi. Hi there, I'm Jay Terry with the Granite City Radio Theatre. Could you please tell me who you are and a little about your art?
Yes, of course. My artist name is Chimera because my art, just like myself, is a beast made up of many parts.
Right. Chimera.
It's pronounced chimera.
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 Yes, okay. So these paintings, there certainly is a passion in these scenes you're depicting. I mean, just look at those people fighting tooth and nail.
I can see you're eyeing my recent masterpiece of extreme emotional realism. I call it second place on a field of opening sunshine. Do you feel it?
Well, yeah, yes. I mean, you've conveyed a message of sacrifice, of loss and shame under this gorgeous landscape of summer. I don't think I've ever seen a better examination of a potato sack race in my whole life.
Yes. Thank you. Years of growth go into all of my pieces.
Yes, I can see. And what kind of medium are you working with? Now, that's not oils or... Well, it's not really paint, actually. I guess, in fact, it seems to be... Wait, is this hair?
Mostly cat.
Mostly?
I put a bit of myself in every piece.
Oh, dear.
I have the hair of 15 cats of various breeds, as well as my own hairs, all collected and sorted by color, length, and curliness. Years have gone into this process. In fact, I use a special biological-based adhesive to bind it all together that takes a fantastic amount of time to collect and process.
Oh, no. You're not telling me you literally put your blood, sweat, and tears into your art, are you?
Maybe.
Well, look at the time. I've got to move on to our next front yard artist. Great meeting you, Chimera.
It's pronounced chimera.
Yes. Okay, so now we're crossing the street quickly, and our next visit along the drive-by art show seems to be a yard with a large sculpture of a potted plant like a it looks like a gigantic sunflower rising out of an ornate planter. And I believe the artist is right here. Boy, she sure looks like she shops at a farmer's market. Hello, I'm Jay Terry from the Granite City Radio Theatre. Could you tell me who you are and a bit about your art?
Oh, of course. I'm Willow Whisperton, and I guess you could call my art sculpture, but there's both function and form.
Function and form? What do you mean?
I'm surprised you haven't noticed yet. I can see you're not a beekeeper. This sunflower sculpture, in reality, is a bee box.
You're a beekeeper in town? Is this safe?
Oh, of course you're safe. These are the mellowest bees in all of nature. All they want is to find food and make honey and dance.
Dance?
Yes, that's how they communicate, through dancing. You've got one dancing on your shoulder right now.
Yeah.
No, don't worry. I know that dance. That was a mating dance. I think he likes you.
Okay, buddy. Why don't you just do your mating dance back to the hive, and there you go. Okay, whew. Well, so how did you get into bee box sculpture?
Oh, I've always enjoyed the marriage of nature and art. I'm a third-generation beekeeper, you see.
Oh.
And I think the bees deserve better than a plain white box. I decorated my first hive when I was just 9 years old using seashells and pine cones, and I've been doing it ever since. I really think it makes the honey taste better. Here, would you like some honey?
Yes. That is good. I can really taste the art. Well, thanks.
Enjoy.
Well, I think we've got one more stop on the street. I see the next yard is a performance art of some kind. I hate to interrupt during the show. I love his unitard. Wow. He certainly is flexible. I can't bend like that. Not since college. Well, it seems to be an interpretive dance. Wait a minute. I know that move. Where have I seen that dance before? Sir, if you keep dancing like that, we're going to be up to our knees in horny bees. I know. Well, I may not know art, but I know what I like. And right now, I would like to get the heck out of here. So I got to get back to the theater for trivia with Dan Barth. Good luck, pal.
Jay Terry, everybody, how you all doing? Good evening, radio fans, and welcome to Granite City Radio Theatre Trivia, a game designed to challenge the minds of our contestants while we get to point out their extreme lack of knowledge in elementary level questions. I'm Dan Barth, and joining me this evening is my partner in trivia crime and our designated scorekeeper, Mr. Muggsy Lauer. How you doing tonight, Muggsy?
Well, all things considered, I'm doing pretty well. How about yourself?
Oh, I'm good. You know, a little sassier, certainly a little fatter.
Yeah, I wasn't going to mention anything. So you've taken up cooking as a hobby?
No, I've taken up butter as a hobby. Grazing. I do a lot of grazing throughout the day. It's more appropriate, I think.
Yeah, I know the feeling. My goal was to lose 10 pounds this year.
Oh, good. How you doing?
Only 20 more to go.
Yeah, I understand. My doctor said I should only eat 1,200 calories a day.
Really?
Yeah, I said, all right, but how many at night?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Yeah. Speaking of good questions, let's get this trivia game going. Please introduce our contestants this evening.
Certainly in seat number 1 is our wonderful musical guest for this evening. Please welcome Mr. Michael Shynes.
Welcome to Granite City Radio Trivia, Michael. I'm honored to share the stage with you tonight. Now, you have a big outdoor show coming tomorrow night, huh? Why don't you tell everybody about that?
Yeah, we're doing the Boulder Tap House parking lot with Ted Manderfeld and Stretch Paul DeTelm from the Armadillos. Should be super fun. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome, and I think you can get tickets at the Boulder Tap House Facebook page and all that kind of stuff, so that's awesome. So great to see live music coming back outdoors, huh?
For sure.
All right, thanks for joining us. Muggsy, who is next?
In seat number 2 is a man who has always been behind the scenes at KVSC, but responsible for making the magic happen. Please welcome KVSC Operations Director, Jim Gray.
Yes! And he still has his headphones on. Jim, welcome.
Well,
I have to talk about this. KVSC trivia is such an important part of our community, and I know you have so much to do with making that possible. And earlier, during the lockdown, you actually pulled off a 10-hour trivia challenge on KVSC from homes and basements, had over 100 teams.
It was awesome.
Tell us about that. How'd you pull that off?
Homes and basements, including my own.
Yeah.
It was centered out of my own basement in my studio, aka bedroom, and we connected up with a couple of different people that had the technology to be able to do that. We were able to pull that together. Huge thanks goes to the folks at the Go Posse, Tommy and those guys. They were key in getting some of this stuff pulled together. Our question writers had to scramble. We went from having a, hey, we might want to do this, to actually starting the contest in about 10 days. So we had a lot of turnaround time, and my whole family was involved. My wife, of course, designed the scoring system for that.
Yeah, she's here in the
well
audience.
Done. And well done.
My kids were helping with scoring and feeding us and stuff. So yeah, it was a family affair to try and pull it off.
It was unbelievable.
We're very proud of what we were able to do in that kind of moment of need of a distraction.
Boy, did we ever. Our team played, and we took 10th place, and we were so excited. We had players from Amsterdam, New Orleans, Chicago, Milwaukee, Minneapolis, and St. Cloud. And it was so much fun. We all played to be as well. Thank you so much.
And you were beaten by a team from Cairo.
We were beaten by a team from Cairo, Egypt.
Yep.
Isn't that something? Well, Jim, welcome. Thanks for playing with us tonight. All right, Muggsy, who's in seat number 3?
In seat number 3 is a man who has wanted to play this trivia game ever since Granite City Radio Theatre began, and tonight's his chance. Please welcome our show host, Mr. Jay Terry.
Jay Terry playing trivia.
I even have my trivia T-shirt on right now.
You kind of keep going. You were my official scorekeeper before we had to fire you and bring Muggsy
That's
on.
right,
that?
I was.
Yeah.
I didn't add well.
Okay, now that you've had about a half hour here, what is it like performing comedy when you don't have an audience?
Well, I do have an audience.
Well, a little bit.
I have a radio audience that has always been very faithful, and I have probably about 30 people in the room here.
No.
25 room people.
We have
25 people in the room here.
Actually, I counted there.
That are
16.
but I'm counting people on the screen there and everything. So I do have an audience, and it feels really good.
Fantastic. Well, let's see how Jay does against these two formidable opponents. Okay, the rules of our game are quite simple. We're going to have 2 rounds of general trivia, with the first round being a buzz-in round and the second being a true-false speed round. I take great pleasure in telling you that all the questions were formed off the top of my head, and there's an excellent chance that many of the answers are wrong. But since I'm also in charge of question disputes, my answers will stand. I would like the audience here, the live studio audience, not to yell out any of the answers.
Dan,
What?
there is no live studio audience.
Oh.
I think everybody I'm seeing is basically in the show.
This is not going to bode very well for us. So, well, I tell you what, let's ask our listeners not to shout answers at the radio. Okay, this is very competitive. Our contestants are actually playing for a fabulous prize. I think, what do we got a prize there, Muggsy?
We have a prize.
What
It's
is
a 12-pack variety pack from Beaver Island Brewing Company, St. Cloud's premier beer.
Yes, very good. All right, there's nothing finer than a little Beaver Island on a summer day. All right, our first round is a buzz-in round where I'm going to read the question, and the first contestant to buzz in will answer. Since we have no buzzers, here's what we're going to do tonight. You're going to yell your name. Practice, Jay.
Jay.
Jim.
Michael. Mike. Should I just
But
say
let's
Mike?
go one syllable.
Mike. Yeah.
And be loud so we know.
All right.
All right, here we go. Muggsy, each correct answer in this round is worth 5 points, so please keep track. If you lose track, don't worry, we'll just make up a score at the end. All right. According to the Nielsen ratings, television viewership is up nearly 38% during the lockdown. So in celebration, all the questions in round 1 deal with television shows that you probably have binged here. So here we go. Ready to buzz in? Say your name. What TV series depicted the lives of the employees of Dunder Mifflin Paper?
Jay.
Jay.
The Office.
The Office is correct. Now imagine that show today if it had to be decided, with a Zoom meeting. Yeah, not too much fun. Question 2. What Disney Channel series launched Miley Cyrus to fame?
Jay.
Yes.
Shake It Up.
Jim.
Wrong. Jim.
Hannah Montana.
Hannah Montana is correct. Yes. And
Duh. What am I thinking?
I
Shake It Up.
just heard that Miley Cyrus ended her engagement with Liam Hemsworth. Apparently they couldn't twerk it out. Yeah.
Hey!
Yeah.
Terry.
Question 3. Sheldon Cooper created an ongoing podcast to teach people about vexiology. What is vexiology?
Jim.
Yep.
Flags.
Flags is correct, yes. Very specifically, he created Fun with Flags, just like South Carolina. Ooh, too early? Question
Too
four.
late.
Too late. Question 4. For what TV series did Peter Dinklage win an Emmy in 2018?
Mike, Game of Thrones.
We're going with Michael.
Did I don't know. Yeah, maybe I didn't get in fast enough. All right, I'll take it, because I might be the only one I get, so I'll take it.
Yeah?
Oh, Mike, Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones is correct.
I said it, but I'll say it again, for sure.
Now, you know the difference between Game of Thrones and Twitter is Twitter only has 140 characters.
Hey, hey.
Yeah. Who is the mayor of Quahog on Family Guy?
Jim.
Yep.
Adam West.
Adam West is correct.
Oh, yeah.
Who has, as Batman once warned, it is the duty of every good citizen to report meeting a man from Mars in a public park.
I'll be right
That's
back.
true.
Sometimes you just can't get rid of a bum.
Question 6. Gumby returned to Saturday Night Live last fall. Who plays Gumby?
Mike.
Mike.
Eddie Murphy.
Eddie Murphy is correct, yes. My hero, Eddie Murphy, who once said, I wish society would stop making fun of fat people. They have enough on their plates already. Final question of round 1. Kind of got a food thing going on tonight, don't I? The hit Netflix show Ozark is set in what Midwestern state?
Jay?
Jay?
Oh, Midwestern state?
Well, I would call it that.
Indiana.
No.
Mike. Missouri.
Missouri is correct, yeah. Missouri, also the name of Donald Trump's favorite band. Yeah. Remember? Didn't know the difference between Kansas and Missouri. I mean, listen to the radio, people. Very good, everyone. Okay, Muggsy, that is the end of round 1. How did our contestants do?
Well, after taking a little tally, Michael has 15 points, Jim has 15 points, and Jay has only 5 points for some reason.
Wow. Okay, we got a tight game going
I
here.
had early access to the script.
That is not true. We kept it under cloak and dagger. That leads us into our lightning round. Each of you will have 45 seconds to answer as many true-false questions as possible. You do not need to say your name in this round. We're going to start with the person in last place, which is Jay.
Thanks.
Are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Muggsy,
My
10
body-
points per question.
My body's
45
ready.
seconds on your handy timer. Here we go. Jay, true or false? The chemical name for salt is sodium chloride.
It's true.
That is true. Unless it's sea salt, then it's sodium herbicide. The rotating rod on a rotisserie is called the rotating rod.
It is false.
That is false. It's called
Spit.
a spit. The outside skin color of eggplant is green.
False.
That is false. It's purple. Yeah. Obviously, you have an emoji. On every continent, there is a city named Rome.
It's false.
No, that's true.
Antarctica?
True. Has Rome, Antarctica.
Whoa.
But you know there's only one continent with a Foley. Yeah. Interesting. Stephen King's first novel was The Shining.
False.
That is false. It was Carrie. A wonderful, heartwarming coming-of-age story. The largest living creature of the 20th century was the blue whale.
Of the 20th.
20th century living creature.
True.
That is true. Narrowly edging out Honey Boo Boo's mom. The very first... Okay, I'll stop. You know, when you sit home and eat for 4 months, it's kind of the only thing on my mind. The very first version of the iPhone was released in 2007.
False.
No, that's true.
Really?
13 short years ago, and we've all become experts in pornography, photography.
Ooh! I think I was already an expert in that.
Funny part is, it was going to be the punchline later. The chemical symbol for potassium is PS.
That's false.
Yeah, it's K. K. That doesn't make any sense. K.
Latin.
Final question. Final question for Jay. Weebles wobble, but they don't fall down.
That's right, they don't.
That is true, kind of like a collective unconscious band rehearsal. Okay. Muggsy, how did Jay do?
Incredibly well, 7 correct, bringing him to a total of 75.
75 points. Wow.
Of course, you did give a chemist a couple of chemistry
here.
questions.
Next up, we have Jim, who has 15 points going in. Each of these are worth 10. Here we go. Jim. Marie Curie was the first woman to win the Nobel Prize.
True.
That is true, and I believe it was for her work with Indian spices. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. I love when you giggle, Muggsy.
Oh, God.
P. Diddy's real name is Neil Dorset.
False.
That is false. It's Sean Combs, because I suppose S. Combs wasn't as cool as P. Diddy. Including bolts and screws, the average car has over 30,000 parts.
True.
That is true, except the Yugo, which has 7. 7 parts. A giraffe has no vocal cords.
False.
No, that is true. But can you imagine the notes it would hit if it did?
Wow.
The rare...
So dumb.
You can't call my stuff dumb. I didn't listen.
High or low? You sing
David Attenborough.
I know. Do you think they would sing
at
high
a
or low?
baseball game.
Yeah. Oh God.
The rarest M&M color is green.
True.
Oh, no. It's brown.
Oh.
The musicians, I'm sure, knew that. Serena Williams won the Australian Open while pregnant with her first child.
True.
That is true, and it wasn't even a doubles match. The softest mineral in the world is zinc.
False.
It is false. It is talc.
Yeah.
Thank God. You would not want to put zinc in certain parts of your body.
In?
Babies are born without...
Insert talc here.
Talc. Babies are born without kneecaps.
True.
Yes, that is true. Don't start forming until after 6. But last question. The Sea of Tranquility is located in northern Siberia.
True.
No, that's false. It's on the moon. There is
Oh,
no
yeah.
tranquility in Siberia. Muggsy, how did Jim do?
Jim got 6 correct, added to his previous score. We now have a tie of 75 points between Jay and Jim.
Tie. Exciting.
The one time I did not write a tiebreaker. So, Michael, you have to win this.
I could have stolen talc. I would have gotten that.
Yeah. All right, Michael, 45 seconds. Here we go. True or false? A female donkey is called a Jenny.
True.
That is true. And the male is called a Denny. Who would have known? The average human tongue has about 10,000 taste buds.
True.
That is true. Except Gene Simmons, which has 48,364. The winner of the Tour de France receives a green jersey.
No, yellow.
That is correct. You are right. It is false, and it is yellow. The scissors was invented by Benjamin Franklin.
False.
That is false. It was invented by Leonardo da Vinci. You know, he'd use it to trim the Mona Lisa a little.
Oh, sure.
Jim Morrison. I love that you agree with that.
Scissor me Jim, or is it?
Jim Morrison is buried in Paris, France.
True.
That is true. He just wanted to be closer to the fries for the midnight munchies, I'm sure. Twitter's bird logo is officially named Larry.
False.
No. That is true. Although many of it think it should be renamed Donald. You know, lots of Twitter fans want to give him the bird.
That's good.
Oh, finally a compliment.
That was
Almost
crafted.
done. Yeah.
That was a crafted joke.
All right. Well, let's follow it with this one. The loudest animal on earth is the sperm whale.
Loudest?
Loudest?
False?
No.
Damn it.
It's true. Just going to leave that one alone, too, okay? George Bush. George
You
Bush
went from sperm to
put
bush?
a Twinkie.
Sorry.
George Bush put a Twinkie in the official Millennium Time capsule.
True.
No, it's false. It was Bill
I was
Clinton.
so on a roll, and then
it was
I
Bill
was all
Clinton.
falling apart.
And I bet you could eat that thing in 100 years when they unveil it, don't you think? Yeah. Last question.
I think it all depends on this.
Yep, might. Cirque du Soleil actually started in Canada.
True.
That is true. They just wanted to get out. Oh my gosh, Muggsy, add them up. If you tell me we have a three-way tie.
We have a three-way tie.
I think this is the first time in
Never.
radio history.
I think
history.
that's 4 beers each out of the 12-pack.
I'm okay with that.
Okay, we're going to do a tiebreaker for the beer. We'll go back to you have to say your name to get it.
Okay.
Ready?
Yeah.
Red Stripe is brewed in Jamaica.
Jim. True.
That is true. You got it. Muggsy Lauer, well done. Can you confirm who has won this evening?
Yeah, I can confirm that Jim just won. Yes.
Well, tell him what he's won.
He won the 12-pack of beer from Beaver Island, St. Cloud's premier brewing. Damn fine beer.
Fabulous. Well, why don't you get ready for the next song? And I want to say thank you to our listening audience for joining us this evening for the trivia portion of Granite City Radio Theatre. And thank you to our contestants, Michael Shynes, Jim Gray, and Jay Terry, and my trusty sidekick, Mr. Muggsy Lauer, for his immaculate time and scorekeeping skills. Ladies and gentlemen, you are listening to KVSC 88.1 FM in HD St. Cloud and KMOJ HD3 Minneapolis St. Paul. Your sound alternative.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome back to the stage Michael Shynes with Collective Unconscious.
Yeah. I forgot that I could say things before I played the song. So I'll tell you a little bit about what this song was about. Ted Manderfeld and I, who I'm playing with tomorrow night at Boulder Tap House at 7:30. We wrote this song together, and what it was about is when you're standing in line at like a bank or a grocery store, and the idea is you lock eyes with somebody and you have a fantasy about like robbing the place and leaving and just going to the hills and living a life of crime, but you don't actually do it. And this fantasy is really elaborate, but it takes place in like 15 seconds, never happens, and you go your separate ways. And this is a song called Sundown. It goes like this. Count it on. 1, 2, 3, 4. I sure like your face. What do you say we just get out of this place? Drive up the coast without leaving a trace. Grab a car, vocal alarm, hey sundown. What's left to do that wasn't already done? In my head I just ignore the alarm. Shots ring out, you got my blood on your arm. Hide the stash, drop the cash. Yeah, sundown. It's almost sundown. Your eyes say this isn't safe, but I'm still ready for it. You feel the point of the blade, can we hold steady for it? Cash a check and then went on your way. Pretty soon they'll be calling my name. Story straight, let's just say we were framed. But I see you again at sundown. Your eyes say this isn't safe, but I'm still ready for it. Point of the blade, can we hold steady for it? I feel like everyone knows I can't keep a secret. And even
myself in. I'm gonna turn myself in. I'm still not ready for it. Sure like your face. The story ended, never even took place. Got the door without leaving a trace, but I'll see you again at sundown.
Michael Shynes, ladies and gentlemen, with Collective Unconscious. This is Garrett with KVSC News. We are here live in Henning, Minnesota, where a little shop called the Mask and Flask is making headlines for its profits more than 500 times their annual average in a matter of just 3 months. They are now trading on the New York Stock Exchange. This is just amazing. Let me introduce to you Connie and Rhonda Gunderson, two sisters, now millionaires, running a small business right out of their own home.
Oh, hello there.
So glad to be here today.
Now, ladies, please tell me about your business.
Oh, we just run a little mask and flash shop over the Otter Tail Cutoff.
Yeah, we've been running it since '74 when Pop left it to us.
Oh, yeah, just your average run-of-the-mill mask and flash shop, wouldn't you say, Connie?
Oh, yeah, just a regular hometown mask and flask.
Mask and flask. So it's masks
and flasks.
Whoop, seems like an interesting combination. Was this your pop's idea?
Oh, sure was. The man just loved to drink, and he just loved to wear masks.
It all started when Mardi Gras. He had such a good time. He wanted to keep the party going. If only he could be alive to see it today.
May he rest in peace.
Oh, he actually was buried in his favorite mask.
Yep, a custom-made Burt Reynolds full stash mask.
A stash mask?
Oh, he never could grow his own facial hair.
No. Now, I sew the masks.
And I paint the flasks.
Now, when exactly did you notice a rise in sales?
Oh, it was about, probably the middle of March.
Oh, yeah, March. They started to trickle in, and then bam! Someone turned on the faucet.
Oh, yeah, yep. Yep, first the flasks, and then the masks.
Okay.
Yeah, the people couldn't get enough. We were mailing packages from dusk to dawn.
And dawn to dusk. We had to get the UPS driver to start stopping twice a day. Once at noon.
And once at moon.
Oh,
yeah, you see that?
See what you did there? Who are your main customers?
Well, we used to just mask and flask everyone in Henning. A few tourists would stop by. Then we started getting online orders from St. Cloud, Cold Spring, and then Sartell. That's when we knew we were gonna make it big now.
Now, do you think that the current pandemic has anything to do with this rise in sales?
Pandemic?
What pandemic?
Well, you know, the
Oh, he must be talking about the Easter gray squirrel infestation at the Collins residence.
Oh, yeah, the squirrels. Yeah, no,
squirrels.
I don't think that had anything to do with it.
You really don't get out much, do you?
No.
So when's the last time you went into town?
Oh, not since before winter. We do a lot of canning.
Yeah, I think people just got word of our amazing masks and flasks. Here, let's show you some. Here's our kids line. Animals, superheroes. How about this unicorn? The horn even glows in the dark.
Oh, I like this one. This looks like a fun little bunny mask.
Oh, yeah, we put pipe cleaners in the ears so you can pose them.
Oh.
Well, what do you have for adults?
Oh, well, we got lots of celebrities. How about this Elvis?
Oh, my. What is this weird-looking one? Is this a goblin or something?
No, that's Steve Buscemi.
Oh, well, that's a pretty good mask. What's this orange one? Oh, is this an Oompa Loompa?
Oh, no, that's the latest addition to our presidential line.
Oh.
Yeah. People seem to love it or hate it.
Well, do you have any N95 masks?
Oh, sorry, no Star Wars. Nope, the licensing is just too expensive.
Yeah, too
Okay, then.
pricey.
So, what is your bestseller?
Well, you wouldn't believe it. Just the 100% cotton regular baby blue surgical mask.
I guess a lot of people out there are playing doctor, if you know what I mean.
Oh, don't you know it all? Yeah. And we got a great deal for you. Right now, if you buy 2 masks, we'll throw in a flask. You don't even have to ask.
But only while supplies last.
Oh, no, Connie.
Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. 2 sisters who apparently have no idea what's going on. And if you mask me, they might be the lucky ones. For KVSC News, I'm Barrett Jared Garrett, signing off. And now, let's get back into the action with Jack Shade and the Shades Brigade.
I was in the VA hospital recovering from post-surgery from my injuries inflicted by a lioness that attacked me in our last case. I was still unconscious in my hospital bed when the rest of the team was approached by Sam Pandolfo, local businessman with questionable motives. He was looking to hire my team to go undercover and figure out who was hijacking his trucks and drivers between Holdingford and St. Cloud. Since I was out of commission and there was nothing they could do for me, they decided to take him up on his offer. We all have a difficult time keeping ourselves out of trouble. They were in one of his trucks driving toward Holdingford. The major was at the wheel.
Radio check. Come in, Sam.
I'm here, loud and clear, full of cheer, need a beer in the clear.
Just saying copy. Will do just fine, Sam. Boys, how's it going in the back?
We's A-OK, Major.
Copy.
Hey, shouldn't we have some kind of code names? Like, Deep Echo or Shadow Leopard?
I don't think that's entirely necessary.
Or how about Valhalla?
Cotton candy.
Soaring Eagle?
Cotton candy.
How about Radio Silence?
Nah, that's no good. My great-uncle Clem King was in the Army in the WW1. He told me his code name was Toad Killer.
Oh, I'll regret this. Toad Killer because he was good at killing toads?
Nah, Clem couldn't hurt a fly. In fact, when we went fishing, he'd just hold the net in the water. The way he figured it, any fish that was looking for a way out, they could just volunteer themselves into his net. Felt like he's doing them a favor that way.
Didn't catch many fish then, I take it.
You'd be surprised how many fish he caught. There's a lot of fish who see life as pointless.
Depressed fish?
Yeah, think about it. You swim, you eat, don't really sleep, gotta keep moving just to stay alive. You breathe water. That ain't no life.
Oh, okay, that's enough. Cooper, please don't press the radio button when you're telling family stories.
Got it, Major. Sorry. Cobra Venom over and out.
And you guys get tired of how I talk? Major, this is Sweet Sam. Remember, once you get the information on where my trucks are, radio me and meet me there. But don't do anything until I get there, understood? Don't do anything until I arrive.
Understood, Sam.
That's Sweet Sam.
No. Over. Hang on, everyone. Stand by. There is something in the road up ahead.
What is it, Major?
Appears to be a downed tree. Well, that's not good. I smell a setup. Everybody stay put. I'm going to pull over here and assess.
Major, what do you see?
Nothing. Pitch dark out here. I'm going to head toward the tree. Hold on. Some car lights just came on. It's coming towards me fast. I'm going to...
Major? Major, are you there? Come in.
I'm getting concerned, Quinn.
Yes, me too. Come on, we're getting out of here. The door is locked from the outside.
Yeah, well, the plan was to surprise them when they opened the door to check their loot.
We have to get out. Hang on. Listen. Someone's approaching the back of the truck. Stay ready.
I'm ready.
Don't move, or we'll shoot. Understood. They got us, Cooper. Put your guns down. Easy, boys. We're unarmed.
Keep your hands up and get down out of that truck.
Absolutely. No problem, Hoss.
All right, now, move to the side.
Take cover! Quinn, Ernie, over here, in the ditch.
Can you locate where the shots are coming from?
I can't see a blang thing. It's pitch dark.
Stay down. Sounds like one of them is down.
That's 2 down, counting the one that took it when we got off the truck.
How many were there?
I counted 4. Should be 2 of them left.
1 left.
Yeah, but who's firing at them?
I don't know. Hopefully it's the Major.
None left.
Stay down. We may have miscounted. Plus, we don't know for sure who is shooting.
Hold on. Listen.
Someone is coming. Stay ready. Anybody armed?
No. We all left our guns back there in the truck.
Hand to hand it is, then. On my mark.
Now! I'm gonna get you.
It's
Come here.
me. Stand down.
Major.
Your head's bleeding. Are you all right?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Did you take them all out?
I did. The car came at me and I managed to jump and hit the hood and roll off. I stayed still. They checked on me and I didn't move. They assumed I was out cold. The idiots didn't bother to leave someone watching me, so when they all went to the back of the truck, I crawled to my gun and came up on their flank. Luckily, I could see where they were from the flash when they shot. Got off a couple of lucky shots, I guess.
What made you think they would scatter and not shoot us?
I didn't. But you boys know how to take care of yourselves.
Fact. Well done, Major.
Quite. What now? We can't get any information from them.
Yes, we can. I checked on them. None of them are dead. Help me get them into the back of the truck, then we'll get our information.
And thus brings an end to the first half of tonight's Granite City Radio Theatre season finale. If you've been enjoying tonight's show on KVSC, please consider becoming a pledging member of KVSC, as we were unable to hold the spring pledge drive on air due to COVID-19. Check out kvsc.org for more details on how you can support college and community radio during a time when we all need to support each other the most. We'll see you back on the radio in about 15 minutes. And now, ladies and gentlemen, Collective Unconscious. The Granite City Radio Theatre is brought to you with support from the Minnesota Arts and Cultural Heritage Fund, as passed by Minnesota voters in 2008 and by listeners like you. Please visit kvsc.org for information on how you can become a much-needed listener member. And now, back to the show.
Steve, you just cut that guy off!
Oh, come on. I had plenty of room.
Well, I just hope nobody ever cuts you off like that. You know, what goes around comes around. Karma.
Oh, that is nonsense. Karma, really.
Enough of your psh psh.
Hey,
Hey, let's pull into Caribou and get a coffee.
Oh, I don't know. Look at that line. And I feel like I've been spending way too much money on coffee lately. I went to Starbucks like 4 times last week, and I ended up spending like almost $25.
Steve, I would like a coffee. Now pull on in there.
Oh, fine. Well, at least the line seems to be moving.
Hi, welcome to Caribou. What can I get started for you?
I'll have a large medium roast, and what do you want, honey?
I'll have a iced malted mocha.
An iced malted mocha.
Oh, and a blueberry bagel.
And a blueberry bagel.
And did you want the blueberry bagel toasted?
Do you want it toasted?
No.
No.
Is that everything?
Is that everything?
Yeah.
Yes.
No, wait.
Wait.
Get me some of those chocolate-covered coffee beans.
And some of those chocolate-covered coffee beans, please.
Okay, 1 large medium roast, 1 iced malted mocha, a blueberry bagel, and 1 pack of chocolate coffee beans. Your order has been paid for by the man ahead of you.
Wow, well, that was nice of him.
Yeah, the lady ahead of him paid for his, and it's been going on for a while now. You're number 379. So, would you like to pay it forward and pay for the next order?
Oh, come on, Steve. Pay it forward.
Well, okay. Well, sure. Why not? Sure, I will pay it forward. But I guess if the guy's behind me, I'm really paying it backwards.
Yes, you're very funny.
Great. Your total comes to $76.98.
$76.98 for coffee? What did he order? A keg?
No, just 6 coffees, 2 turkey wraps, 2 juices, 4 egg and cheese bagels, 3 apple fritters, 1 banana bread, and 2 fruit cups.
Well, that is just ridiculous. I'm not paying for all that.
Are you sure, sir? Pay it forward has been going for 5 hours straight.
Yes, I'm sure.
Steve, what about karma?
Karma?
Yeah, what goes around comes around. You don't want to break the cycle.
But the cycle? But look, well, can't the cycle start with the guy behind him? He's probably got a normal order.
Oh, come on, Stephen. Just this once isn't going to break the bank. It'll make you feel nice and warm inside.
All I need is coffee to make me feel warm inside.
Stephen!
Okay, fine. $76, jeez.
98.
Pardon?
That's $76.98.
Oh, right. $76.98. 75, 85, 95, 96, 97, 98. Jeez.
Wow, exact change. Thank you, sir, and have a great day.
This karma better pay off.
Oh, these chocolate-covered coffee beans, though.
Oh, yeah, give me one. Oh, my tooth. I think I just cracked a crown.
Oh, well, did you stiff her on the tip?
Maybe.
Karma.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we've got Michael Shynes here on stage with me.
Yay.
Michael, welcome to the Pioneer Place Theater. Have you been here? Played here before?
Yeah, a couple times, man. Thanks for having me.
Oh,
This is great.
it's been great to have you. This is the first time I've heard your music. It's been just great. We loved having you, and I understand you've got a show even coming up tomorrow night.
Yeah, tomorrow night we're at the Boulder Tap. Me, Ted Manderfeld from Rock and Roll Christmas and Deuces Wild, and then Paul Dietelm from the Fabulous Armadillos are doing a outdoor show in the parking lot of Boulder Tap. So
That's
we'll see.
awesome.
Should be fun.
Now I understand you are from. Are you from here?
I'm from Little Falls, so just
Okay,
about a half
actually,
hour
and
north.
I believe that is where our very own bass player Jeff.
Yeah, I just wanted to follow in Jeff's footsteps.
You want to follow?
in my
Yeah.
town, and
Yeah.
here I am.
Nice.
Yeah.
Those aren't his footsteps. I don't know what you're following, but have you guys ever played together?
Yeah, Freebird at the Summertime by George last year. Jeff stepped up from the audience to play bass on Freebird because our friend Kurt Rodman had passed away, and we wanted to pay tribute to him, and it was really the best moment of the night. It was really.
Oh my
I'll
gosh,
never
that's so
forget it.
great.
So, yeah.
That is so cool. Well, I have to be honest with you. This has been kind of a surreal experience. I didn't know that I was going to be making any kind of art or content.
Yeah.
You know, because for the last 2-3 months, it's been difficult to create things.
Yeah.
And it seems like it always seems like art is the first thing to get cut. And this goes for any kind of budget cuts or any kind of difficult times. Art is always the first thing to get cut, and the last thing to come back online.
Yeah.
But I mean, do you have any?
Yeah, man. Well, I remember we were talking about this just a little while ago, off camera too. And for me, people are always discouraging, or they're saying get a real job or something like that.
Oh, I
And
hear
then
that all, yeah.
The rebuttal to that is to every person that's just going to work. Okay, go to work the next day, and you can't listen to any music, you can't watch any film,
Right.
and you can't listen to any podcasts, you can't consume anything art-wise, and then tell us that there's no value in what
Right.
we're trying to do. You know?
Right, and it yes, and it feels like what is this world that we're trying to preserve?
Yeah.
If not a human world, and I think that includes art and music and
100%.
comedy and all these things. So,
Yeah.
you got another song for us?
Yeah, we're gonna do a song called Extra Extra. I really hope nobody's going through a breakup during this time, on top of everything else that's going on. But this is a song about that day, you know, because like right after a breakup, you're like, oh my God, will I ever live again? Will I ever be happy again?
Yeah.
And then that one day where you wake up and you're like, yeah, I will. Like, you're totally over it. You're ready to move on. And that's
Back
where we'll
on the
pick up
market.
this story.
All right, Michael Shynes, ladies and gentlemen, with Collective Unconscious.
I woke up this morning and put on a colorful robe. I glide down the staircase, feel as good as the sun is golden. I pour me some OJ in my tallest glass. Eggs over easy, 'cause I'm over you at last. I hear the newspaper boy, he's biking up the street. He's shouting today's headline. Sounds like music to me. Singing extra, extra, read all about it. Today was the day that I discovered I'm better off without it. She had strawberry hair and red wine in her stare, but all they did was mask the fact that she never really cared for me. I got my to-do list, it's been building for a while. 'Cause last month all I did was sleep and cry. Got a box of your things that I sit on your lawn. Brought that newspaper with, rang your doorbell, then I run singing extra, extra, read all about it. Today was the day that I discovered I'm better off without it. She had strawberry hair and red wine in her stare, but all they did was mask the fact that she never really cared for me. Muggsy Lauer, everybody. Grocery store, dancing through the aisles, picking out all the things that you said were too unhealthy. Extra, extra, read all about it. Today was the day that I discovered I'm better off without it. She had strawberry hair and red wine in her stare, but all they did was mask the fact that she never really cared. Oh, extra, extra, this just in. A local man has left the sorry state he was in. Called my tailor, hit the gym, buy a boat, learn to swim. If you weren't the flavor anyway, that could make me happy.
Michael Shynes, ladies and gentlemen. Now, Michael, stay right here. Stay right here. Now, as you know, we're trying to. Sometimes I'd like to play a little game. You know, you did your trivia, and you did very well. In fact, I believe we tied.
Choked at the
I
end
believe
on
we
that.
tied.
I really choked, but that's
But I got another game for you if you're willing to play. Is that cool?
Dude, I'm so ready.
All right. So now you are playing. What you are playing for is my money that I'm going to donate to KVSC. Well, you're going to take it and you're going to give it to KVSC.
All right. Perfect.
And I would like to encourage any of our listeners out there to match me. If you like what you're hearing and you like what I'm doing here, well then, based on Michael's answers, every correct answer is going to give you get $5 that I will donate to KVSC. So you're playing for a maximum potentially of $50, and I would love our listeners to match me. Okay, so it's a game called This or That.
Okay.
So I'm going to give you two categories, and then I'm going to give you a list of words, and you're just going to tell me, is it this or is it that?
Okay.
Now, as you all know, sports, not been a whole lot of sports going on. It's been okay for me, though, because I'm a huge fan of esports, specifically Korean esports, StarCraft 2, if you're familiar.
No.
No one in the room is. Don't worry. It's okay. But if you are a fan of Korean StarCraft 2, this is a list of champion-winning Korean StarCraft 2 pro gamer, their gamer names, or fragrances from Axe Body Spray. Okay? Okay, so
either their fragrances in the Axe Body Spray in the Target aisle, or their Korean game winner
championship pro gamers. Yes.
Yeah, naturally.
Yes.
Oh, that makes sense.
Okay. All right. Here we go. You ready?
Yep.
You understand the rules?
I'm so ready.
Ready to play?
Yep.
And audience, feel free to help.
Okay.
Rogue.
I'm going to say that is an esports champion.
That is an esports champion.
Yes.
Can I get a scorekeeper here? Can I get a scorekeeper here? Yes. There we go. Thank you.
$5,000 of your money.
Okay. So next question.
Okay.
Tempest.
I'm going to say that is a Axe Body Spray.
That is an Axe Body Spray. Yes. MVP.
I'm going to say Axe Body Spray.
I'm sorry. That is Korean. That is a Korean pro gamer.
Everybody knows that. That's
well, if you knew StarCraft 2, you'd know that MVP. You know, he's probably won more championships than anybody. So,
dang it,
Mirage.
Axe Body Spray.
That is an Axe Body Spray. Yes. Hero.
I feel like that could be both. I need a hero. I'm gonna say esports champion.
Korean esports champion. Hero. Phoenix.
That I already know that's an Axe Body Spray.
That is an Axe Body Spray.
I bought it once upon a time. I'm wearing it right now.
He is. Yes.
Along with Sweat.
Ooh.
By Axe Body Spray.
Here we go. Where are we at? How many we got? 5 correct answers already. You've already
I'm
earned.
shocked by how well
You've
I'm
already
doing.
earned what you must be better at knowing Korean sports.
I've been hustling you this whole time. I've been
waiting
waiting for this moment.
Yeah.
Yes.
He's actually a player.
Yeah.
I'm
Korean, actually. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Korean esports champion or Axe Body Spray? Innovation.
I'm gonna say Axe Body Spray.
I'm sorry, that's a Korean pro gamer.
That's a weird, that's all right. No, that's fine. I'm not gonna hate.
You're not gonna hate.
Accelerate, right?
That would also be a great gamer
Don't
name.
hate, accelerate.
Put another one on there. That's
right.
6. That's 6.
Oh.
Yep. That's another one.
That is $30,000.
Here we go.
Okay.
All right. Korean esports champion or Axe Body Spray. Classic.
What do you think, guys? Oh, that is a Beaver Island beer. Good call. Nice little plug for them, too. It's esport.
Korean esports champion, yes.
What a guy.
All right, two more.
Okay, all right.
Control.
Okay. I'm going to say, does anybody have a thought? The condom. Secret option number 3. Axe Body
Spray, yes, that's correct. That's correct.
Real solid. It only took you 4 of those before I started paying attention.
Up these days. Yeah, okay. All right,
Okay.
your final question.
Yeah.
Korean esports champion or Axe Body Spray legend.
Sends a shiver up the spine, doesn't it? Legend is an esports body spray.
That is so funny that he said that because they are both. Woo! It is both an esports champion and an Axe body spray. What do we got? 9 correct answers for $45. So if you are listening right now, please go pledge $45.
Yes.
I will pledge $45 of my own money, and I think some of our listeners will as well. Thank you so much, Michael Shynes, ladies and gentlemen. Well done. Well done. Oh, I suppose we should do some more show here. Okay. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this show, as you know, it was funded by the Arts and Cultural Heritage Fund as voted by taxpayers in 2008. Huge thanks to all of you who've done all that. But we do, from time to time, also take corporate sponsors. Big thanks to Successco. They have just been a great sponsor of ours over the years. So the following brought to you by Successco.
Oh, shoot. Steve, can you bring me another roll of toilet paper? It's empty.
What? I just put a fresh roll in there this morning.
Well, it's gone, and I need more.
Well, how can it be gone already? I barely use any toilet paper.
I can tell. I do your laundry. Now just hurry up and get me a roll.
Well, maybe if somebody didn't wrap up a beehive every time on their hand every time they tinkled.
Steve, get me a roll. This ain't no tinkle.
Brenda, I think we're out.
Steve, stop screwing around.
I'm serious.
Well, didn't you go to Target just the other day?
Yeah, but I forgot my Charmin coupon, and I wasn't paying full price, and I'm not getting that Target brand. I need my Charmin. It's quilted.
Well, darn it, get me something.
Well, how about a weekly shopper? Those are free.
Steve!
Hey there! Looks like somebody is down in the dumps.
I'll say.
Do you wish you could have that clean, fresh feeling without being held hostage by a lack of toilet paper?
Do I? I want to conserve toilet paper, but I just need so much. What other options do I have? I am desperate. I've been sitting here for 10 minutes already. Any longer, and it's gonna form a crust.
Don't let yourself be hung out to dry. You need to seize the bidet with the day-by-day bidet from Successco.
Day-by-day bidet? What's that?
Day-by-day bidet is the portable, personal cleaning device your undercarriage will love. And it's even good for the environment.
Well, I want to be good for the environment.
You will be, day by day. Bidet! Times are changing, and it's a bidet of reckoning.
Well, hey, that just looks like a water bottle. How does it work?
Just squeeze the bottle to release a stream of fresh water that will gently but thoroughly clean your nether regions, giving you a fresh feeling throughout the day. Every day, day by day, bidet.
Well, how am I supposed to see what I'm doing? I don't want to get water everywhere.
Day by day bidet comes with a variety of attachments to fit your needs and individual body type. Pick the one that's right for you.
Well, I need something with a wide angle.
Here, try this one. It's my favorite too. I'll just fill the bottle for you. Do you prefer hot, warm, or cold?
Cold?
Oh, yes. Nothing invigorates you more than a fresh, icy blast where the sun don't shine. Here, give it a try.
Ooh!
Honey, you okay in there? Who are you talking to in there?
Oh, come on in, Steve.
You've been... Hey, who are you?
Oh, never mind that.
Steve, you gotta try this day-by-day bidet thing. No more skid marks for you.
Bidet, you say? I don't know. Isn't that a little European?
Or you're a poopin'.
Oh, just try it, Steve. Hit him with the cold.
Now, you just wait a minute. Oh, that is refreshing.
Day by day bidet is great for any occasion, whether you're at home, work, or even out for a night on the town. Never leave home without it for a great feeling every day with Day by Day bidet from Successco.
Wow, thanks, Successco. Come on, baby, hit me with the cold again.
Oh, woo.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, The exciting conclusion with Jack Shade and the Shades Brigade.
Somewhere in the middle of nowhere, on a country road between St. Cloud and Holdingsford, my team got exactly what they hoped for. They were hijacked. An old trick, forcing the truck to stop because of a downed tree in the road. After narrowly avoiding being hit by a car driving straight at her, Major Stafford was able to subdue the hijackers and save Quinn, Cooper, and Ernie. She also managed to not kill any of them. All 4 hijackers were shot in arms or legs. The team found them, tied them up, and transferred them to the truck, where a very quick interrogation revealed the hideout and location of Sam Pandolfo's missing trucks. They dropped off the gang at the Holdingford police station and headed to the hijackers' lair.
Sam, come in. This is Major Stafford.
Sweet Sam here. Did you get it?
Yes. We were stopped and we were able to subdue the hijackers. We got them tied up in the back. They broke pretty easily. Your trucks are being held at a remote campsite in the woods, down some dirt road about a mile north of the township of St. Wendell. Look for the road on the right and turn down it. We marked it by leaving our truck at the turn to the road. We're heading the rest of the way in on foot.
And remember, don't do anything until I get there.
Copy that. Over and out.
I'm very serious. It is of utmost importance that you not...
I cannot listen to that man talk anymore.
Tell me about it. Reminds me of Elroy Cumberfanosa-Tanowski, 3rd grade. Could not shut up. Even his name went on forever. Had a story about everything. Just went on and on and on and on.
Hold up. Look there. I see a glow of fire through the trees.
I see it. Stay low. Let's get to the side of the road. We'll use the ditch to approach. Stop here. Spread out a little and survey.
I only count 2.
I only see 2 as well. I can see all 3 trucks, though, just to the left of the fire.
Small-time operation. I know this much. These are amateurs. From their actions back on the road to this setup, they don't know what they're doing. They're just stealing trucks and winging it.
Major, I hear clanging. It sounds like it's coming from those trucks.
Could be our drivers. Move out.
Hear that? That's coming from inside those trucks, all right.
Let's take those guards out.
Hold on. Ernie, what do you say to old number 17?
It's been a long time since I've used that trick. I am on it.
What's number 17?
Basically, it's the drunk and lost routine.
Hey, fellas.
Don't move. Get your hands up. Where did you come from?
Hey, calm down. I was just taking a walk, and somehow I got turned around, and I've been walking for a very long time. Hey, what are you guys doing? Are you camping out? That is great. I'll join you. You don't happen to have any instant courage around here, would you? Just a little nip.
Hey, stay back. Hey, don't come any closer.
Come on, fellas. Just a little bit. I know you have some. Nobody goes camping without a little bit of medicine. Nah. Hey, come on. Come here, give me a big hug, buddy.
I'm warning you.
Good night, fellas. All clear. I got them both.
Well done, Ernie. We haven't done number 17 since way back on Anton Worth's ship.
That was a lot of episodes ago.
What?
Nothing.
Well, let's go free those truckers.
Wait. Sam said not to do anything until he got here.
Seems to me we've already done something. And I'm not just going to let those men sit in there while we wait.
Agreed. Let's get them out of there.
Get them out and get them some water.
I'll take care of them, Major.
Say, Major, what about the other 2 trucks? Should we check them and see if the stuff is still in them?
Might as well. Couldn't hurt.
What is all this?
I'm not sure. Looks like a lot of bottles.
Wait! Stop! Stop!
Oh, hello, Sam. We were just looking through the stolen goods here.
I told you not to do anything until I got here. Why did you not listen to me? You work for me. I'm paying your salary here. You do what...
Yeah, doggy dog. That will tear the hair off your head.
Well, what's wrong, Cooper?
I just took a swig out of one of these bottles here. This is bona fide hooch. Not the legal sort, mind you.
Oh, that's why you didn't want us doing anything until you got here. You're running illegal. Let me see. What does this say? Minnesota 13. What's Minnesota 13?
Only the finest in the country. Been brewing around these here parts since Prohibition.
Since Prohibition? You mean to say you started this back in the 20s and you just never stopped?
That's correct. Demand never quite went away, and with the new highway system coming in, I just figured it was high time to expand the business, grow the company, increase the profits, supply and demand, make a buck, create jobs. All good for the community.
Hey, what's all this noise? I heard you hollering, Cooper.
Here, take a swig of this.
All right.
Good, ain't it?
No, it is not.
Oh, you's wrong about that, Quinn. I grew up with homemade happiness, and this here is grade number A.
I'm glad you like it. In fact, how would you like to be in on the venture, the enterprise, a whole new world for you? I can see it now, painted on the side of all the trucks. The Jack Shade Trucking and Hauling Agency Incorporated. There's no reason to let anybody know about this. We can all benefit. The world's our oyster. Partners?
Yeah, that's not going to happen.
You sure? Once-in-a-lifetime opportunity.
Quite sure. I don't want to face murder charges after people drink this.
Well, that's it, I guess. I really didn't expect to get away with it forever. All good things come to an end. Que sera, sera. I still owe you payment as promised. Here you are. That should cover your costs. And keep whatever is on the trucks. It's on the house. Now, if you'll excuse me.
Hey, he's running. Hey, come back, Sam. It's no use. You can't run.
Let him go, Quinn. It's not worth it. It's just a little booze.
Yes, however, it is still illegal.
We're not the law. Just hired guns. We got paid. Our job is done. What say we head back in and see Jack?
When the team got back to the hospital, I was awake. A lot of pain, but awake. And good enough to have visitors.
So, old Sam is running through the woods somewhere.
I'm sure he'll turn up again.
That's for sure. Hey, Jack, how you feeling?
I'm all right. Gotta stay on my side for a while. The pain meds are okay.
Hey, I got some pain med for you right here. Took it off the truck.
Cooper, I don't think he should.
The old Minnesota 13. That was considered some of the best in the country in its day. I can't believe it's still being made. Well, here's looking at you. Pretty good. I feel better already.
That's it? That stuff made me scream bloody murder.
It's mind over matter, Quinn. Plus, it's not as bad as being torn apart by a lion.
Good point.
Hey, Kate. What's up? You look lost in thought.
Oh, yes. Well, look, I guess now is as good a time as ever. I didn't just come back because I was in between missions.
No?
No, I was actually sent.
Sent? By who?
The CIA.
The CIA sent you to see us?
Yes, I was sent... Look, I never got a chance to tell you. As soon as I got here, Jack was in the hospital, and then there was the job, and I've just been putting it off, I guess.
Kate, what is it? What do they want?
Us. The CIA wants the brigade back.
What? You gotta be kidding. They want us back?
They're running into all sorts of things that, well, can't quite be explained.
Well, that's at the top of our resume, all right.
And we have more experience with all of that than anybody on the planet. They want us to come out of retirement. Re-up.
Go back to work for a clandestine organization and travel the globe?
getting ourselves in trouble.
And figuring our way out.
That's what we used to get paid to do.
Well, it's either all of us.
Or none of us.
Agreed.
Jack?
So, what's it gonna be, everyone?
Eric Webster, who plays the characters of Jack Shade and Sam Pandolfo, which I have to tell you, Eric, I'm from St. Cloud. I've grown up with this guy as sort of a cultural figure in my I don't know, he's part of my cultural fiber, I feel like. If anybody who's born in St. Cloud, you grow up hearing about this Sam Pandolfo guy. I've even directed a play about him, and the entire time I've always been asking myself, how did this guy manipulate all these people into doing all these things? And your character, I have to tell you, your character finally made me figure it out. He was just a weasel.
Yeah, that's my interpretation of him is 100% historically accurate.
Clearly, yes, of course. No, I loved it.
Yeah, you know, you're the one that introduced me to him, actually. You know, you were telling me all about when we moved the brigade to St. Cloud a few years back. By the way, we've been with the show for 8 years as well, I think.
That's right.
But when we moved the brigade to St. Cloud, and I was like, oh, it's going to have historical references to St. Cloud of the Air. And you told me about Sam Pandolfo. So I went and I read about him. That was the banter and the voice that immediately came into my head when reading about that guy.
Well, he's such a wheeler and a dealer.
Yeah, it's unbelievable what he pulled off. He's an amazing story. That should be a Netflix show, the Sam Pandolfo.
Oh, yeah.
Netflix
It reminds me of what I've seen other portrayals of, like P.T. Barnum. You know, that the circus guy, you know, just kind of, oh, there's a sucker born every minute. Yeah, let's get the money, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's he's a carnival barker. That's all he is.
Yeah.
But who knows? But you know, how else would he sound?
Well, I don't know, but here's the thing that happens with historical figures. A lot of times we tend to, I think, soften the edges, or we tend to think like, oh, well, Pandolfo, we've got Pantown in St. Cloud, and so he must be this great, great man. But how do you explain all these unexplained things about him, if not that he's sort of making shifty deals all the time?
Yeah, a normal nice guy doesn't create a whole town. That's a weird thing.
Yeah, exactly. well, so
yeah, you know, when I think of historical figures, I don't soften it. Everything to me becomes a farce.
Yeah.
You know, everything's just a Looney Tune character in my head.
Done. Well
you should
done.
see my impression of George Washington.
So I have to ask you about this ending.
Yeah. So
what's going on? What can we expect?
Well, so we're getting into this show for this June, and I'm writing it, and you know, as we all know, the future is weird for everything and every aspect of everybody's life. We don't know where anything's going. We don't know how anything's going to look. That you know, this show, when it's coming, are we going to be on stage? What's going on? Everything is so in flux. Our entire days in our house, which is we work in theater. That's what we do. So every day is a plan A, a plan B, a plan C that changes the next day. And it's so frustrating. So I have to come up with all these different plans. So when I was writing the Shades, I thought, I have to have an ending that once I get some answers to what the future looks like and what we're doing and what's going on, I can do anything. So the end of this show is, you know, we could come back next time we do a show, and the answer could be from the brigade, yeah, no, we're not going to join. We'll stay here in St. Cloud. You know, I don't know.
I'd be okay with that. Stay right
or
here.
Or they might go to the moon and ride giraffes. I don't know.
Second thought, yeah, let's do Giraffe Moon.
But, well, you know, apparently they have vocal cords.
Did you know? Oh, dang it, you beat me to it. I was going to ask you that. You listened to the whole show, didn't you? You must have if you knew that.
First time ever.
All right.
But
me too.
But yeah, so the ending is there because that gives me a lot of leeway to take it into. But I will say this, that there are some really exciting things that I have decided that a direction for sure that it's going. I'm not going to give away too much.
Okay.
But let's just say there is going to be a new member of the brigade for sure. Ooh. And that is something we'll talk about down the line, but it's going to be awesome. I'm very excited about that, and it's going to propel storylines all over the place. I also want to say two things before you let me go. Yep. Number one, I think that my picture should be up for every single GCRT show from now on. I think that's cool. But,
looks good. You look really, you're on the scene in that picture. Bursting on the scene.
I think that should just stay there. Second, I just want to give, I know we're on a time thing, but I have to say this. When this whole pandemic hit, us in the theater community, especially, you know, in the Twin Cities theater community, all theater communities, we didn't know what to do. And so all of these people started to create art in any way we could. And we were like, what do we have at our disposal? Well, we have Zoom, and people putting up shows in their living room. And then they were, how do we do this? How do we do that? And some of it was great, and some of it was, oh yeah, you know, thanks for trying, but you know, and then people were supporting it just because we got to keep theater alive. And it's been this thing where everybody's trying to figure it out, like, what do we do? And through this, some amazing things have happened, and we've discovered some amazing things.
Yes.
The reason I'm saying all this is I have seen a ton in the last 4 months of theater and different ways to create it and get it out there. And what I have watched tonight is pretty much the best thing I have seen. One of the top things I have seen for sure in these last 4 months of creating art. This is expertly produced. This show looks great. It sounds great. It's entertaining.
Well, I'll take it.
It really does, you guys. You have no idea.
And share it with all my comrades.
I'm not kidding. I'm like, I don't know what this is going to look like. It's a bunch of people. I thought it'd be another Zoom meeting. I didn't know what was going to happen. And this looks beautiful. And it gives me hope that we can, in theater, adapt and overcome and improvise our way and figure out ways to do things that, you know, you look at something like this and you think, well, yeah, we can come back live on stage someday and be back in the theater, but why not also do this at the same time?
Well, I can guarantee you we will. We will.
So I just want to say great job, everybody. And I'm really sad I'm not there, except for I'm glad to not have to talk to Muggsy. But other than that, it's been a great.
Eric Webster, ladies and gentlemen. Good night. Greetings, citizens of the Granite City. 'Tis I, your humble and honorable mayor, coming to you live once again over the airwaves. As many of you know, some weeks ago I gave my State of the City address, but I couldn't help but notice the attendance was rather low. So low, in fact, I ordered my team to print cardboard cutouts and place them in the city council chambers so that I could deliver a more natural performance. I think they had a bit of fun with it, along with many of your beautiful faces. I was pleased to see that also in attendance were comedian Steve Harvey, Hollywood actor and professional wrestler Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, anchorman Ron Burgundy, former presidential candidate Herman Cain. Boy, wouldn't he be a breath of fresh air right now? Ooh, shucky ducky. And also seen in the crowd were weatherman Al Roker, Dunder Mifflin assistant to the regional manager Dwight Schrute, and even Joe Exotic, the Tiger King himself. Now, they may not be citizens of the Granite City, but I'm sure they would have been impressed nonetheless. And there's a lot to be impressed about. Now, I'm sure many of you missed the address. I thought I might highlight some of the finer points. It turns out St. Cloud is a very, very livable city. So livable, in fact, we were honored last year with 3 awards for our community participation, arts and cultural heritage management, and landscape enhancement. We have the Beaver Island Trail expansion to thank for that. You're welcome. I humbly accepted the award myself in a little town in Italy called Rome. Ever heard of it? In fact, St. Cloud was the only city in the United States to be represented at the ceremony, and it was my honor to represent all of you. Now, yes. Some fans here tonight. I would like to congratulate all of our graduating seniors this spring, and especially Tech High School senior Vin Wynn for his perfect ACT score. Now, I am sure this is a difficult time to be a recent graduate. Well, I suppose except for Vin, in my experience, students achieving that level of academic success have been socially distancing themselves for a majority of their career. So keep up the good work, son. And speaking of work, 'tis the season of home improvements. While many of you are spending time at home, it's important not to neglect your yard work. Not only will it give you a sense of accomplishment, but it will also get you and your neighbors out of the house. And as I've always said, the most important factor of public safety is relationships. So I urge you to get out and talk to your neighbors. As they say, the grass is always greener on the other side. Well, get out and find out. And if yard work isn't your cup of tea, just get out and enjoy many of our local parks. Did you know St. Cloud has 96 public parks to enjoy with over 1,006 acres of public parkland? Now, I know this because as of late I've been mowing many of them myself. That's right. Don't be surprised if you see your mayor riding high on a Toro mowing your precious park land. You think Fitz over in Sawtell is doing that? I don't think so. They really do have some nice lawns over there, though. Someone's doing a hell of a job. As many of you know, I have run unopposed for the last 3 terms of my 4 terms in office as your mayor, and now, for the first time in 12 years, in perhaps the most challenging time of any city's recent history, I have not only 1 opponent, nor even 2, but 3, which means I will have to defeat them, at least 2 of them, in a primary this August, and I need your vote, not only because I want to serve as your mayor and guide you to safety and success, but also because I know at least 1 young man in town who would have a very difficult time coming up with a new character to do on a certain radio show you're listening to right now. So, if you don't do it for me, please do it for him. We've had a lot of fun tonight. But I'd like to take it down for a moment, if I may. I would like to leave you this evening with a poem. I have always found, when trying to express your innermost feelings, the metered verse, through its constraints, liberates one to say the things that are otherwise difficult to say. This poem is titled, Perchance Not to Dream. We're tired of hearing troubled times, of quarantines and senseless crimes. We get so tired we want to weep, lay our heads down and go to sleep. To sleep and perchance not to dream of death, disease, a harsh regime. And when we wake, will it be day? Or is this darkness here to stay? The sun has set, but it will rise. And when it does, we'll realize that time goes by. It always will. It just feels slow going up the hill. But climb we must, for at the top we find ourselves a bumper crop. We will eat our fill, and we'll share the feast with those who have the very least. It will be hard and slow at first, but all of this will be reversed. We may be tired, but if we love, there's far fewer things to be tired of. And now, ladies and gentlemen, Michael Shynes with Collective Unconscious.
All right, thanks so much for having us out. Give it up for this amazing band. They backed me up tonight. Had to learn all my tunes. So a couple years ago, I had this song kind of blow up overseas. I'm not going to get into all that, but I basically opened up these opportunities to collaborate with people all over the world. And this next song was a collaboration with a couple guys from Sweden. But I loved the song so much, I wanted to bring it into a band space and out of a electronic dance music space. And this is called 235, Are You Alive?
I still remember your number. Can see those digits by heart. First drink of the summer, I think about where you are. I dialed 235 for you alive. How I miss our late night drives and 4, 6 hours in. In my mind I flip a switch and 7-2 forgetting you is something I can't seem to do. Even though we were just kids in that night, that's when the images come. Oh, I guess I can't fight it. You are not to be outdone. I still remember the house now. I can still see the address. And walking up to your front door, heart beating out of my chest. I dialed 235, are you alive? How I miss our late night drives and 4, 6 hours in. In my mind I flip the switch. 7-2 forgetting you is something I can't seem to do. Even though we were just kids in that night, that's when the images come. Oh, I guess I can't. You are not to be outdone. Oh yeah, in that night, it's when the images come. Oh, I guess I can't find. You are not to be outdone. I'm saying, hey, love, where'd you go? I think I had you. At that moment I was racing the sun. Hey love, now I know it was all worth fighting for, but we lost something being young on the run. Hey love, where'd you go? I think I had you once before, but at that moment I was chasing the sun. Hey love, now I know it was all worth fighting for, but we something being young on the run. It's when the images come. And I guess I can't fight. You are not to be outdone. Oh yeah, oh it is night. It's when the images come.
That was fun, thanks.
Granite City Radio Theatre was presented with funding from the Minnesota Arts and Cultural Heritage Fund and was produced in partnership with the Pioneer Place on 5th Theatre. Jay Terry has been your host for this theatrical evening of summertime, socially distanced frolic with the sunburned cast, including Eric Webster, Shannon Custer, Lee Adams, David Gangler, Heather Mastermarco, Mackenzie Laren, and special musical guest Michael Shynes. Our producers and mirthful gardeners have been Jay Terry and Jeff Carmack. Musical director and collective unconscious flotation device is Muggsy Lauer. Writing and existential hydration was provided by Eric Webster, Jay Terry, Jeff Carmack, Dan Barth, and Heather Mastermarco. Trivia master and lawn dart juggler is Dan Barth. Stage manager and expert fly swatter is Janet Zerda. Stage manager junior apprentice and fly swatter trainee is Olivia Gray. Sound engineer and dude who swears he heard a mosquito is Casey Lundy. Lighting and technical engineer and professional storm chaser is Gavin Nelson. KVSC live technical support and dude who puts the Q in BBQ is Alex Hartman. Alex Hartman's eager engineering henchman and fully accredited grill masters have been Jim Gray and Lindsay the Firecracker Lounsbury. Live video camera operation and perpetual indie film extra is Brooks, just Brooks, one word, and Jake Bedell. Additional video support and help from another academic dimension came from Kelly Larson and Kristen Twombly. KVSC studio technician back in the little basement that bumps and curator of all genres of groovy vibes is secret agent John Drake. This is Sydney Wolf, and I need more cowbell. We hope to see you this fall for our next season of the Granite City Radio Theatre. You bet, we're still rolling. If you've enjoyed this program, please consider pledging your much-needed support to KVSC. Information on how to do so is available online at kvsc.org. From the bottom of our quarantined hearts, thank you for your ears, your laughter, and your support. And now back to regular programming on your sound alternative, KVSC, FM and HD St. Cloud, and KMOJ, HD3, Minneapolis, St. Paul.